Yeah.
Here we are. So there's this thing that I like to do in the pre-show where I read out producer director Chris's description on the YouTube live thing, but I didn't get a chance to. So here we go. Welcome to Midnight Across America, a live call-in talk show. Episode 14 with talented director and artist Zinzi. Oh, hi. Pay attention to that joke. Zinzi joins us live on site from Ojai as we dig into some of her latest projects. That's so fucking corny. I can't even commit to it. Sorry. Okay. Oh, hi. Zinzi joins us live on site from Ojai as we dig into some of her latest projects and get to chatting as the night goes on. Tears, drops of essence that cascade away from us as emotions flood towards us. Ooh. Fears, the unknown we dare not discover, the risk we imagine all so deeply, the place we've been, wish not to return. Oof. We'll be exploring both and more tonight alongside you. So give us a call and be a part of it. And with that, I will say oh hi to my co-host and our guest in Ojai, Craig, Zinzi.
Oh, hi from Ojai. It's Craig.
Hi. Oh, hi. It's Zinzi here.
Anissa is over there. You might hear her barking. Welcome back to another episode of Midnight Across America. Here we are in the woods.
Yes.
Here we are in the mountains, in the woods where there's not great internet.
Yes.
So if you're watching live, you're going to see a different version of me.
Analog
me. But if you watch after the show, if I've done this correctly, which kind of took us a little bit of time, you're going to see it nice and crisp. And now that housekeeping is done, what a great show we have tonight with our friend Zinzi. I forgot I have to turn here and fake like I'm looking at you over here. We made this very complicated for me. But not only is it important that you are here with us tonight, but also that you are a part of it. And so I say right up front at the top of the show, call 712-345-6648. Also, if you're at a payphone, by any chance, you could dial toll-free 1-866-345-6648. The whole world is telling me that payphones don't exist anymore, but I'm daring you to prove me wrong.
I mean, we also have that number for people who aren't in the United States, which I think is very important to include.
Right. We should mention that as well.
As much as we want somebody to call from a payphone.
No. Actually,
I'm
you're
in
very
Canada.
right about that.
Like it's you know, America means many things, and it's not just the United States. So part of us having this toll-free number is for the folks who are not in the United States. But also, please call us from a payphone if you can find one that works.
Yeah, also a payphone. If you come across a payphone.
Also a payphone.
Also a payphone if you come across one. And tonight is very special. We have a returning guest, not really a returning guest to Midnight Across America per se, but if you were a fan of us back in the day when we were Five on It Live. Anyway, we were called Five on It Live at one time. And one of our very first guests, one of the very first interviews that I ever did was with our friend Zinzi, who is just an inspiring and wonderful filmmaker. And Zinzi, thank you for having us again tonight.
Yeah, thank you for coming into the whirlwind that is my remodel, like home in process. And it is kind of like a vulnerable thing to have someone see like the dirty belly button of my life. So
yeah, well, that is you're right. There is some intimacy there in the sense that I am seeing your house in transition, your home in transition, and some of the things that are finished are just so, you could tell that there was so much work into it. And these are all actually amazing things that I want to bring up in our conversation this evening. So how it is to delve into. But before we get into that, and believe me, I can get sidetracked. What, Mallory?
Sorry. Sorry.
Vodka
That was a
Mallory.
loving giggle. Yeah.
No, because sometimes no, but for real, sometimes I actually can get sidetracked. Wait, what was I saying?
We sidetracked the sidetrack.
We sidetracked the sidetrack. No, actually, before we get started, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your career?
Well, I've been making art for a long ass time. And it's hard to like figure out what the origin of that is because my parents are both visual artists. But what really lit me up professionally and otherwise is music. Music is the ultimate form of expression, in my opinion. And it's tricky because I don't necessarily make it, although I did actually write I wrote and developed and produced like my first song since I last talked to you guys. And that was a beautiful experience, but I digress. I like to make movies about music. That's like the short end of it. But then I've been really on this kick of like wanting to explore short filmmaking as a modality to feel one's feelings, whatever they may be. And that is what has kept me busy.
Okay, wait, hold on, Chris. In the background, can you reverse those two shots because I realize how crazy it looks.
You know what?
For us,
I feel like we should just have this out loud. You know what? You know where we started. Giving you. I know.
So let's talk through it. What do you want me to? How do you want? Let's talk through it. How do you want to do it? Live. You get a peek behind the scenes, folks. How are we doing this?
Yeah. Remember when I said I thought it would be a great idea if you reversed. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Well, I want the two of you to look at each other. Just have like the two of you take up 2/3. Just no line between the two of you, and then I'm just on the side.
To the middle box, and then her camera to this box, and then I think that would be much better.
Welcome to Ojai.
I'm so glad that we're doing this live. Remember, also that we brought up 5 on it live. That like our initial like ethos values was like failing in front of people. So this is a really
Yes.
I'm
actually
really good at failing in front of people.
Great.
All right, how do we feel about this? Are we liking this?
Better, but I kind of want. I don't know why I want me to be on. Because I want Zinzi in the middle. Can you put me?
Yeah, Chris.
Coming right up.
Valerie on the other side. Yeah, that's a great idea.
This is great.
This is great. You don't even. I don't even think we need the black bar. Oh, I see what we're doing there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be sharing this with the audience.
Yeah.
This is the operation that we run here. All right, you know what? I'm going version 2. I'm going version 2, Craig. Here. Already.
Yeah, I feel like we're already in hour 3 somehow.
We're already.
Okay, and then Zinzi, just move a little closer to Craig.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Chris.
That feels really good to me.
That felt a lot. That feels a lot better.
That feels good.
Thank you.
It's confusing. The eye lines. It's just a lot. Yeah.
Now we've got
we've done a show where
we finally got it together.
Guest, but we're not.
The only thing I'm gonna have to figure out is this. Because that's not right now. Whoops.
Oh, hey Craig, you get to be me and debate them.
I can't wait. I've been waiting to be Mallory Jane for a long time. All right, Chris, let's start the show over again.
Okay.
Hi, Welcome to Midnight Across
Ojai.
America. I'm Mallory
No. We
Jane.
started with Ojai.
Oh yeah. Oh hi from Ojai. I'm Mallory Jane,
I'm Craig Klein.
and this is our special guest,
I'm still Zinzi.
Christina.
Unshakable.
There we go.
This
All
feels
right,
way
smile.
better.
This is a good still shot. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Okay.
Chris.
Where were we? Zinzi.
Hi.
Hi. You were talking to us about your career and how you get started. And
Yes.
I kind of forgot everything. So
No,
could you go over that again?
Yeah, me too. I forgot.
Thank you.
It's all but trauma sticks to the brain in a certain kind of way. I am a codependent artist in that I need the music to do what I do, or that was the thought that had long been the thinking about what I was doing, and it led to some precarious situations, as one could imagine, needing another's practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say precarious situations like that, when referring to music, I have a lot of things in mind, like sex, drugs, rock and roll type of things in mind.
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, and putting my little heart and mental faculty in very irresponsible and potentially like dangerous hands. But I still have that ridiculous like dedication to the music. And even, I mean, saying this in a public forum is strange, but my daughter, who I had as a single mom, as you know, and her biological father is such an extraordinary musician that there was no way I was not gonna have that baby. Kind of precarity. And yeah, I love music, like, and to the point where there's that like 9 Inch Nails lyric about like opening, like in the song Reptile, which is such a good song, and she leaves like herself wide open to let the insects in. That's how I feel with great music. And luckily now I'm at a point where I have an infrastructure of protection, like people and paperwork and like stuff to protect the beautiful things that I'm building as myself, because I can very easily get like, again, like sucked into these portals with the great music and great music makers, and it's a beautiful thing until it's not, I guess.
Mallory, are you listening to this? Bro, we are diving right into the deep end tonight.
And it's just so deeply relatable in the pull to, again, the instinct to just go dive deep into like artistic genius and like when that gives you life and stuff. And I also, in the past year, have had to go through my own learning how to protect myself in various ways.
Yeah, you got to. Unfortunately, it would be nice if not, but yeah. So I feel you're catching me at a real upswing. I feel very deeply aligned, I suppose, in what I'm building and where I have come. And even the last time I was on the show, I was still like a peroxide blonde and like very proud to be.
Yes.
And I hadn't been my natural hair color since I was 9. I started bleaching when I was 9.
Whoa.
And then this amazing South African pop star named who performs as Misaki, she shaved my head in Curry's Post, not Peter Maritzburg. My mom was born in Peter Maritzburg, but my grandma who passed, her father.
Is your namesake, right?
No, her
No,
name was
sorry.
no one has nobody got this name in my family.
Gugu.
Oh no. I called her Goku,
Goku.
which Gogo in Zulu, I believe, and I'm sure I'm wrong, but I hopefully I'm not. It means grandma, but I like white Midwestern girled it and made it Goku. And she passed. I shaved my head with the help of Asanda in Curry's Post, which is a place named after my family. Lynette Curry was my grandma, and then now I'm a brunette, and I have I have like Jew curls and the whole thing. I'm like, what? I have curls? Like, because when you bleach your hair, especially like forever,
it changes the texture completely.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what's happening under the hood with that?
Wait, did you say that you've been bleaching your hair since you were 9?
Since I was 9, with sun in at first.
Okay. Sun in, I get. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
okay.
How did we get from the music stuff to?
Well, no, I feel proud and in alignment, and part of the alignment is like being my actual being myself. With
Yes, I have been watching you since we met years ago. Actually, one of the very first people that I met in Los Angeles, and I'm like, how lucky am I?
Aww.
But you were you have grown so significantly, and through motherhood and marriage, and you're the one thing that is just so consistent about you is how open you are about the struggle that you're going through. You know what I mean?
My husband hates that.
I don't want to condescend him, but also, like, what a lovely and beautiful thing to be, especially if people are willing to take you for where you're at, right? Like, you put it on blast, you wave a flag, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm going through, this is what's going on. Can you deal with it? Like, are you down to have that conversation?
I mean, I know I bring a lot to the table, and so I also feel strongly in like walking the walk of like the ideals that I hold, and I think we need to just be like more real in general, even though like reality bites a lot of times, but I can keep a foot in that experience. Like, I don't need to pad myself to the extent that like people maybe in my so-called class have like chosen to do, or I don't know how to relax anyways, so I might as well share past the point of logic or comfort, because I can't like I've tried, like, I'll be at the Ritz in fucking Madrid, the Ritz Oriental, shout out, and like and I'll still be sitting on the very edge of my seat, like, not chill. No, I got no chill inside me. I don't think. I'm trying to find that little glimmer of possibility, but I might not be, and not to the like longer story about like the career I have as an artist. Like, I have taken the world's problems personally to the point of paralysis at times, for sure. And it's a very like destructive, I guess, thing to hold too tightly, and yet, like, how can you not? I don't know. I don't know how to create that separation.
I also like, why is it destructive? It's not like your fault that it's destructive. As a big feeler, highly sensitive, like I don't know how to not take, like, feel every problem and issue in the world and take it personally. And it's been destructive because I'm not meant to, because we're supposed to just, like, the world is built for folks who could like ignore it and compartmentalize and stuff. And so I just
Yes,
yes,
I know. And it's applauded
Yes.
too. Like the more you can disassociate, like the better
Mm-hmm.
somehow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by the more you can? I think I know, but what do you mean by the more?
Okay, let's talk about it. Bunkers. The bunker, like in the elite, like the ruling, the billionaire class,
Yeah.
and below. It's not just the billionaires doing it or theorizing about doing it. You really think that like being in a bunker is better than just like opening up your bank account right now? You really like? Do you like? That's what I mean. Like that, a level of disassociation. I'd rather be with my family watching DVDs underground with like a guy who has never changed his own light bulb before. You think, and your staff is long gone. Like they're pissed, you know. Like you think being in a bunker is the solution? Like that's what I mean.
I actually feel I feel some sort of way, but I really want to open up this conversation between actually, Chris, can we reset for a little bit? I want to go to a music video and come back and like really delve into this, because this is something that has been like I have been circling the brim right now, and I think that I can be a better listener inside of this conversation than you feel me, Mallory?
I feel you. You're yep.
Yeah. Okay, Chris. So let's go to actually a wonderful artist. If you've been watching the show, somebody who joined us not so long ago as a musical performance.
Woo, woo.
A very good friend of the show and a just phenomenal artist. And she has a new track that has dropped recently. It's called Pom Pom. Hold on, I want everybody to see this. Yeah, these are my note cards, and they're branded because we're going places, baby. Okay, her new single Pom Pom Squad by a friend of the show and just really amazing artist. Check them out after the show. Omatola.
Yay.
She's going false sleeves. She's going dark. She's going nuclear. Stands for you. Combat boots and lipstick prints on the pavement. It's so obvious. If it's supposed to be, couldn't be more clear. Here, here's what you order. Here's your Washington order. And it's so sad. It means your war's on the sea. She's talking glass walls and poolside keys. She screams, I'm who I wanted to be. I'm not your boss, monkey. I see the asteroid coming over the cliffs. On the one finger to the eclipse. All the boys and all the girls are headed south towards Mexico City. All the boys and all the girls are jumping balls and going crazy. Crazy. And all is like to make the pop off. Says, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Oh, that Omatola video is
So
astounding.
good.
You really need to be following her.
Good Lord.
Come on.
Welcome back to Midnight Across America. We are here with our esteemed guest Zinzi and my co-host Craig.
Hi.
They're in Ojai right now, and I
Oh,
think we
hi.
were
Oh, hi. Oh,
Continuing
hi.
it
Oh,
to,
hi.
I think we were we left off on a kind of chaotic conversation, but let's try and hone in on how to live in the world as a deep feeler, highly sensitive person, and that people are rewarded for just being able to dissociate and go into their bunkers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that a
I think
good-
that
yeah.
was a really good summary. But I think specifically like this question that you asked, I don't know, I might script the quote, but like, do you think that it's better to be inside of a bunker than to open up your bank accounts and be with people?
Yeah, that's the question.
Okay, so like I can infer, I think, what you mean, but like, first of all, what do you mean by that? When you say open up
Okay.
your bank accounts and
Okay.
be with the people,
I can
what does
talk,
that mean?
I can talk about it. There's a culture of wealth hoarding that is deeply ingrained in those, especially who have wealth. It is systemic. It is like high, like it is challenging in a way almost to break up the wealth hoards, because it's like changing the alphabet. Like, oh no, this is how you do money. Like, this is how money is done, actually. Oh, don't
Mhm.
talk about it. And
Mhm.
especially people who don't have any money, they're the least inclined to want to talk about it too. It's like this agreement to suck. But the way I see it is that all systems are we are on like the precipice of unchartered collapse in almost every category of life, if not every single one. What are you saving all of your money for? specifically.
Right.
Could you explain? And that's what I mean. Like, share now, share past the point of logic or comfort, and watch like your life sweeten too. Like, I came up with a philosophy recently called pad your way down. So like spend down to cushion whatever the fall. And I mean, it's not easy, honestly, being kind of I feel often like quite alone in the way that I see all of this and approach this. And I get there's a lot of fear and a lot of I get like judgment, I think. But I stand strongly behind this belief system. Like, I was born with more, as my beautiful cousin Cece explained to me, or said it this way, more than I know how to handle, like, morally already. And it's such a small eyelash or nose hair compared to what others have. And yeah, the impulse, I think, of both of us is just like to share frantically all the time. And I don't know, I don't know of another way to be, but it is alarming that the sort of natural inclination, I guess, for many is to sort of seize up and hoard even more in the face of fear.
I want to like dig in on this like natural inclination thing, because like I don't know, is that natural? Like you just said that you and your cousin, feel pulled to do the opposite. And I for me, in my circumstance and family, having wealth, like I feel like an alien there, because feels like my natural inclination, but also it's like a learned inclination. It's like a combination of the two, is to like, what the hell am I supposed to do with all, like, why wouldn't I? It's not mine. It wasn't mine to have in the first place.
It's energy. And it isn't ours. It's meant to stay in flow. And it's a good question. Yeah, what is natural? I think I don't actually, it feels very unnatural to me, but I do understand that thing about fear and like wanting to protect and like hold on to things more tightly in the fear, or how in times of upheaval and peril, I do think that the tendency to hoard increases. And I do think that's like natural. Like if you look at squirrels preparing for the winter, what they're doing, like I understand it, but what I don't understand is the infrastructure that continues to reinforce like a lot of the injustice that we're witnessing. And I do think that it's an exciting moment in some ways, because we're watching it truly like dissolve. And it's going to be these sort of like the gaggle of billionaires now running the show. It's in the grand scheme of things like comedic, because like Mother Nature will have her revenge and none of these rich boys will be able to buy their way out of it. Like, period.
Bro, it's dropping heat. Like I don't even know what spot to like grab onto. Mallory,
I think so. Go ahead.
No,
Well,
no,
I mean,
please
I'm
go.
thinking like that there's for me, I think it's like all the rich people who are coming up in wealth. It's like again a deeply ingrained thing in capitalism, which serves the rich people to hoard and have it be something that we don't talk about. But I keep thinking of this question of like, would you rather be in a bunker or like in humanity? And it's like, even if you could use your money to so you're the last person alive. Like, what the fuck kind of life is that, man?
I know.
Okay. And so check this out. I'm gonna be controversial here.
Okay.
I think that I would like to not be with people, especially in the post-apocalypse. Like, I'd rather be dead than with the people. You know, like, I actually find survivals, like, people survivors are like terrifying to me in that context. You feel me? Like,
Well, sure, but that's like you're bracing for like the worst possible scenario, which is
yes, yes.
what they like want
Well,
to happen.
And so what I'm saying is that, like, and I'm calling myself out here, maybe wrongfully, but and now that I'm thinking about it, like, I feels like I should be honest. I wouldn't want to be around the people. I don't want to be around the people now. I certainly don't want to be around people who are like stressed even more. And um so I identify
I feel you.
with, you know,
No, I feel you too.
and I identify with them, but I also wouldn't want. Now here's something kind of interesting maybe. I also don't think that I would feel comfortable living at all if I were like hoarding inside and everybody was dying around me. Like, I wouldn't be like planning to live out my life. I would be like, this is fucking terrible and dystopian. You know, like that scene. I know you hate this movie, Mallory, but the scene in Mother, when Jennifer Lawrence is torn to bits by everybody. It's like that. Like, that's what I imagine would happen if you gave a mouse a cookie in that scenario.
But that's
they would
why
just ravage you, and
you-
if they're tougher, they win.
Sure, but I like to think that if the people have what they need, not what they want, but what they need in the short term, especially if you have genuinely facilitated that without the juxtaposition of like, oh, now you go stay in your slave quarters. You can't afford to like leave my premises. Like, I'm not paying you a living wage. Without that aspect, if you were genuinely generous,
Okay,
then perhaps you wouldn't get torn to bits.
yeah, right. And actually, like, I remember, so I work the Japan, Anime Expo every year.
Okay.
I
Didn't
run.
know this about you.
Yeah, I love it. I fucking love it there. I run a movie theater.
I could see that.
Yeah, like for a week. Now, it's not really a movie theater because there's so many different like programs, and it's just like volunteers that are like so into anime. And I love doing it because most of the people that like are running each of these rooms, they're like, give me your DVD. You know, that they're gonna do the bare minimum. But I'm like, oh, you want to do a game show? Let's do a fucking game show. And I produced like the whole thing. So I like, these people love me, right? Anyway, shout out to Anime Expo, LA. And so I get very familiar, at least for that time every year, with like 7 days of like 16 hours worth of like anime culture. And I have a niece, and immediately, like, I'm inspired, like, man, my niece should be like growing up on this stuff, because at the end of the day, I don't feel stressed at all. And I've spent 16 hours, but like, some of it's fun stuff, but most of it, like, just literally just like watching premieres of new series that are coming out. And they're all so fucking calming. There's one that I love. Put it in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. But it's about like a group of high school girls that start a camping club, and they go to different like scenic areas, and it's basically like you just see them like making a fire very quietly. There's like no dialogue when they're out in the woods. They're just sitting around. And I'm like, that really breeds a different instinct of culture.
Yes, and I'm developing something like this. To be perfectly
okay.
honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So then like, and then you reflect on the way that you, at least, and I haven't been to Japan, but what everybody tells me, they have like a system where if you get to work early, you park in the furthest parking spot away, so that people that get there later,
Oh, cute.
they only have to walk a shorter time.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so they're not going to be late. Does it start with the cartoons? Did I bring it around, Mallory?
I get what you're saying, totally.
Yeah.
And I agree, because we're like Studio Ghibli people all
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
It's every facet of America is programmed with like the nonsensical cutthroat, like like if you think about the princess, like the allegory of the princess.
You know what there isn't in any of these animes?
Princesses? Some are. There are princesses.
No, there aren't any. There's no like sarcasm.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no harshness to the friendships. Even when they're making fun of each other, it's like a softness, and it's not sarcastically. So like
I hate sarcasm,
where everybody
Me
stands.
too, Zinzi.
I hate it.
It's really like an
anger is
autistic
ugly cousin.
stream.
It
And
is
maybe we're figuring something out here, because like every character, where they stand, they're totally okay with it, and everybody's okay with exactly who they are. Oh,
including
my God.
Peaches.
including Peaches.
Give us a breath.
He is whimpering tenderly. You're so handsome.
It's
This
the
is-
most
Whimpering
pretty dog.
tenderly. Oh,
You know I'm in heaven, Mallory.
I know.
Let me give a shout out to the audience and say, give us a call. Is this ringing a bell for you? Is anything you're thinking something that we haven't already said? Give us a call, 712-345-6648. Argue with me. Did I even state an opinion?
Yeah.
Not sure yet.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, yeah.
Wait.
Does
I want to
it
hear
start
Zinzi.
with our
Wait,
cartoons.
Wait, Zinzi also, sorry,
Yes.
we moved swiftly past Zinzi saying that you were
Oh.
developing something.
No, I agree. It was nice to hear Craig say that, because I think just watching people in nature is entertaining enough.
Yes.
And I've been working on a project called Horse Tour for almost 2 years that's about to go for sale.
Chris Food People.
And it's 6 well-known female country musicians or country adjacent on horseback through Yellowstone National Park on an 11-day wilderness tour, being followed by like a film crew for a limited series by the same name. And the point is to watch them write music in nature and like hang out in nature and be away from the shit show that normally they have to deal with in the traditional touring situation. And I'm super thrilled and excited. And I think that it does start with the content that people have. Like I always wanted to, people clam up around the word reality, and I'm like unscripted. I've always wanted to make a beautiful and like tender and gentle reality TV show, because I love watching like the nasty shit. But I also love like Love on the Spectrum, and that proves that like people like gentle as well. And I think the gentleness is sorely missing in children's programming specific to the United States. What is acceptable here?
Yes, tenderness. And not necessarily educational, but like there could be things built inside of it to make it to help you understand. Like there might be I would love a call about this. There might be a big difference between being educated and understanding. like figuring it out, you know? And
Yeah.
maybe that
I mean, yeah,
maybe
like when you say it may not be educational, like what are we counting as educational? Like I think that's a really important question.
when I think that okay, so I'm gonna make I'm gonna make that divide.
Great.
Let's say educational, the intention is to educate. Um, something that helps you figure it out is it's a picture of the world that becomes your influence, right? Like it's a depiction of how whereas instead of going to language class, you would immerse yourself inside of a theater house that only plays that language of movies and just like figure it out through experience. Does that make sense? Like figuring it out as opposed to being educated or learning.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Understanding is different than like like internalizing information and like
Right.
yeah, of course, because and that's what that back to like the previous point. I don't believe that any like no, we learned about like Robin Hood, you know what I mean? Like as a good guy.
Yes.
Like like everybody did.
Bro,
And like
exactly.
and in no story, especially like least of which being like the Christ story, is like being like miserly, like a good hang. Like no, like it's not. I don't understand where the disconnect is coming from with all that, and like the lies that people are telling themselves right now are
Well,
like,
we just had a wonderful performer, an artist on our show last episode. And if you did not see this episode, you must see this episode, you at home. Queen Amore, who is this street performance artist. And also just a fine human being. And she was telling us this new work and like embodiment that she has is based off of Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, and she was speaking about Mother Mary and how like isn't it insane that Christianity is built on this one instance of a woman being raped and then her body becoming everybody else's miracle. Yo.
I mean, it makes sense. Like look around, like the
Right.
total disregard to the feminine. My horse tour is indigenous supportive, and I've had the privilege of spending some beautiful.
Horse Tour is another one of your films.
Horse Tour is my show in
Yes,
development,
yes,
the
yes,
nature
yes.
music show.
Yes.
And I've had the great privilege of getting to know some of the indigenous folk in my community here. And I learned, which, it's kind of like 101, like, why didn't I know this already? But the founding fathers stole the concept of democracy from the Native Americans. But what they didn't like about it, what they were doing is they didn't like that women held the position to appoint and demote. So the women had the like electoral prowess or whatever. And they didn't like that the leaders had to give up all of their property and be taken care of entirely by the community. And so they're like, we'll take democracy, but none of that stuff, no women and no, that we want to keep our privatized property. And then now look at the disaster. Look at this mutant.
You have to be taking
therein
away
lies the whole
the
picture.
leaders,
Like
yes.
Right.
Like just that is
Yeah.
like that's where we are. Yep, that's
And honestly, the beautiful, the incredible indigenous people I've gotten to know in this discovery process for this show and just in my life, it's like everyone's just like sitting back like with the popcorn, honestly. And like that's therein lies the hope in that they're like watching like the the sand castle crumble, you know,
Mhm,
and it's like
mhm.
been so clearly in the works for so long to them especially. But I think it's white like femme people like too, like because being in a gilded cage is still like fucked up or whatever. Like
Mhm.
we weren't we didn't orchestrate this nonsense either, and certainly have co-signed on a lot of bullshit, but uh you know, we don't have to keep doing that.
Yeah. Hey, fucking man.
Hey, women.
Yo. um,
Craig, I have one or two thoughts if you don't mind, because you're.
Hell yeah.
Well,
do
Yeah.
I mind?
you decided to bring up,
Everybody, welcome Chris, our director and producer, to the show. Thank you.
Well, you
Chris.
brought up,
Go ahead.
Japan and education and topics that I have a lot of,
Right.
Yes,
life
actually,
experience
yeah.
with,
Oh, wow.
right?
Experience.
So, I think it's very interesting how you bring up about the cartoons and, what that media, how that reflects on that society. And I think a lot of what you talk about is, absolutely very fundamental. It's a very, society first, think of others before yourself, like think of the greater good type society. And so I think that, and so I guess that my first thought, because you said, does it start with the cartoons? But I think it's so hard to like chicken and egg that, like the art that a society like generates and is going to
Everybody
gravitate
knows
towards.
that it's the egg,
Right.
egg came first. So.
Certainly. But my point is that, right, like a society that holds a certain set of morals is going to create and then enjoy art that kind of tends to reinforce those things, right? But I also think there is a reinforcing factor that happens, like because you're watching that, you're immersed in it, those values and that way of living is reinforced, like you're saying. So I do think there is a lot to that of like to be shown another path, like in the way that you were saying, it's not
Yes.
educational, but it is to show a way to behave, a way to interact. Like I
Yes.
think there is so much value in
Right.
that. So
And
I don't
we
know. Those
talked
are just
about
kind
that
of my
before as
thoughts.
well, Chris.
Yeah,
like
totally.
a difference between a code and rules.
Yes.
Right? Like to live by something because you have found that it is a healthy and meaningful and
Don't
decent
talk shit
way.
about people.
Don't. Okay, don't talk shit about people. And actually, Zinzi, do you look into the screen here? Do you see? And we have this little white border, and that's a cue for us. Well, you'll see. But in
To
the
start talking
meantime,
shit
I
about
do.
people.
Since we're talking about animated stuff, when we go away to this midnight, I would like to do a world premiere of a brand new series that we're going to have featured on every episode of Midnight Across America. It's exactly what we're talking about. Oddly enough, a cartoon with a little bit of understanding to it, and it's called Food People. So I hope you're as excited as we are. Here's a little taste of what's coming up and midnight in the Central Time Zone.
Do you think Big Daddy Wiz will like the rats?
No.
It's him! Yes, I can see him! Here he is! Oh, look at that clothes!
Perfect two-point landing.
It's great to be here with you young witches on this fabulous night. Remember, girls, show the world. Let them know it's Halloween. Hit it!
I wouldn't change places with anyone tonight. We'll carve pumpkin faces and watch the witches' flight. Every human heart will shudder. Every soul will shake with fear. Tonight, the creepiest. Tonight, the scariest. Tonight, the most wonderful night. The year. Anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar, or your sister could turn into a bat. Christmas time brings the snow. Summertime brings the sun. But on Halloween, your blood begins to run. Something spooky is going down. Anything can happen on Halloween. It's better than a video. Gremlin's gonna mess up every cassette from London to Idaho. April 1st can be fun. New Year's Eve is a bore. But on Halloween, your flesh begins to crawl. Oh, I'm losing control. Anything can happen on Halloween. Your toenails go wrong and your hair turns green. Your teacher could become a sardine. Your dentist could turn into a queen. Has anybody seen my tambourine? I may start playing big in the beginning. The craziest night you've ever seen. This hairy, scary, creepy, crawling
Reminding people again, the stock market and their future market only reflect a small percentage of the United States economy. The stock market on the futures market reflect more on the US dollar. Remember, a lot of company around the world, a lot of government institution around the world invest in the two biggest markets around the world, which is the London market and the US market. The European market need the US market. The US market need the European market. For survival, investors are around the world invest into the strength of the dollar, the stability of the dollar, invest into the US market, the European market. The only two market in the whole entire world have the highest amount of volume, money, and asset traded with transitory value.
Report. Mallory?
Great.
So I first just want to ask out there, did anybody watch, well, it's a Canadian children's show, The Worst Witch? It was my favorite TV show. I don't think it has anything to do with that Tim
don't
Curry
think-
thing, but
I don't think.
No.
Wait, will you explain it to me? Because I happen to be actually like pretty
I know you are
reputable when it
pretty
comes
into
to
Canadian
Canadian
TV.
television shows.
I
Yeah.
love witches.
Yeah, you should watch it. So it was like
Okay.
about this like young girl who realizes she's a witch and goes to witch school, but she's not very good. So it's the trials and tribulations
give me-
of
give
her
me-
being like the awkward one. It's very Degrassi, but it's just if magic was
Oh,
part of
did she
it.
get
Well,
chlamydia?
actually, no, I don't want to say it's very Degrassi. I don't think it certainly doesn't have like STDs
Does she
and,
wear her
and
underwear outside
Yeah,
of her pants?
yeah.
Because that's what happens at Degrassi, and you know it, and you know
Yeah.
it.
I love Degrassi. I wish
I-
that what's his face had never switched careers.
Drake.
Yeah.
Oh God! If you would have been a Degrassi All-Star forever,
Oh my
he would have
god!
ever.
If he
That's where
could've
he
just
belongs.
stayed in that franchise,
That's where he belongs. He belongs in
agree.
Degrassi
he could
Junior High.
have saved himself a lot of strife if he had just
Yeah.
stayed in that franchise.
He
I
does
mean-
not belong in hip hop.
No.
He belongs on the court teaching basketball to the next generation
In
of
wheelchair.
from a wheelchair. But you know what? You never know what could happen in Degrassi. Keep your head up because
it's
things could
He
change,
could
and he could
become
get
a hip
yeah.
hop superstar.
No,
Yeah.
no. Well, he could have like some sort of
Wait, where did-
what do they
Miracle?
call it from the umbilical cord?
Don't know.
Graft. Umbilical
Stem
cord?
cells. Stem cells.
Ah.
Stem cells.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Embryonic stem cells, and
Totally.
maybe it could correct him, and then he could dunk again.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a great storyline.
That would be
Drake
really
comes
good
back
storyline. That would be
and
really
and
good
can
storyline.
dunk again.
Well-
Like the day he gets up out of the
Wait,
wheelchair.
it's not too late. Degrassi's
huh?
still on. It's not too late. Degrassi's still going. Like
I
pitch
know.
is
Oh my
great.
God.
Oh, yeah.
A
It is
comeback
not.
career
It's
in
still going.
Good Drake. Okay, dial 712-345-6648. Do you think that Drake could make a comeback on
On-
Degrassi Junior High? Could Drake's ego handle it? And would it or would it not be the best decision of his entire fucking life?
He should definitely go on
He
it.
should
and be a-
definitely go
be
on
a
it.
teacher.
Right?
That's exact
I
to our,
know.
to our point. To the point we were just making. Drake should whatever Drake's name.
Oh wait, what is his name? Fuck, I forgot it. What's his name in
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
He needs to,
In
he needs
real
to be
world?
like a healthy, like
Henry?
No,
he needs to be a
no.
healthy leader on Degrassi for
Harry?
the next generation.
Harry? I don't know.
Oh,
No.
I don't
Bobby,
remember.
Joey, Tina,
Wow.
Trevor.
Yeah,
He
it
was
is not just
Jimmy.
Jimmy,
Jimmy.
fucking Jimmy.
I like that.
that
I was
prick.
like, no, absolutely not Harry.
No, but also
but close.
this
Jimmy,
is apropos
close.
because also Jimmy's parents were rich.
I
His
know.
dad was, and that didn't buy love. I'll tell you that because Jimmy's in the hospital all hold up, private room, private nurse, got the television, got the video games.
Is this real?
Yes,
Yeah.
and but you know what he doesn't have?
Dad. Mic drop.
Fucking mic drop. Dad.
Yeah.
He doesn't have dad. So anyway, money doesn't buy happiness.
Or
And
dad.
also
Or dad.
sometimes those bracelets mean that you have chlamydia.
And if he were in if he could be as invested in like the well-being of like civil society as like he probably believes that he is, because I do think people are doing their best, and I'm sure he has many like charitable avenues. But if he went on Degrassi and humbled himself,
Yo,
and it would also
everything
be,
would be-
it would be
if
spectacular.
he did
And-
a Degrassi, if he reunited with Craig and the band, holy shit.
I just
I love this idea
really
so much.
Holy
think that his
shit.
people need to hear this. Like, this is how to rehabilitate his
This is how to get
like this is how to
Drake
get him
back in the
back.
game.
Yeah,
Yes.
back in the groove
Yes.
of things.
Yes.
Like,
He
go
goes
back to your
and
Canadian roots, man.
yes,
Well, that's what I
makes
was
it-
gonna ask, Mallory. Do you think Canadians would
No.
rally back behind him? See, that's what I wondered, because it's not gonna win
Actually, no,
American
no, no, no.
audiences
Chris-
back. Like, but
Chris,
but it,
I
yeah,
am-
it is a
I-
moment in time in Canada, right? Like,
I get that I am a Canadian, but I certainly do not represent all like I don't know. So there, there are some like politicians who like love Drake. I don't know. You'd have to ask others. I actually do think it would be a path forward for him. I'd be a hell no, but especially Torontonians would probably fucking love it writ large. So
It would be so good.
Oh, those are the two avenues. Actually, those are the two avenues for Drake. Trump, because if he popped off like full on MAGA, the whole world would erupt.
Or anti-MAGA.
Or right, fuck that. I mean, fuck
like
Drake
Emmett
anyways.
Marshall
But
Mathers,
also, if he goes,
Mr. Marshall.
so it's MAGA or Degrassi. Those are really his only two options. It seems.
those are the only
reasonable
two
to me.
options.
Honestly.
Or just yeah, it's true.
Which one are you going to vote for? Are you near a payphone and you happen to have an opinion about Drake and his career? Dial 712-345-6648. Or
I
one-
have no opinion. The only song of his that I like is Energy. It's called Energy, and it's really good.
I swear to God, I if you played a Drake song right now,
how
I
does it
don't.
go?
I
I've
don't.
got energy. I've got.
Yeah,
He's got bars.
I don't think I know that one.
No, it's like a B roll, B track. But I like
maybe
it.
his
It's like-
his like deep cuts are sick.
It's the only
Of
one.
course not. He's Drake. Yeah, I mean, he
Okay,
was
okay,
Jimmy
okay.
in
Remember where-
Degrassi Junior High.
We don't talk shit because we're spiritual people.
Oof.
Damn, I needed to hear that right now. But sometimes it's so good.
Sometimes it's funny.
Sometimes it's so good to talk shit.
I know, but you in a
Wait,
like
wait,
in
wait.
a
Also,
container.
hold on. But check this out.
Check
Do I
it.
have something in my nose?
No, I did.
Okay. And we've talked about this on the show before,
Mhm.
Mallory.
Mhm.
Like sometimes talking shit. Like I used to say that God, no, I'm not even going to repeat myself because never mind.
Okay.
My point is that sometimes when you're talking shit with people, it's like a healthy way of venting and getting something out that's frustrating you that you're a little embarrassed to talk about seriously,
Sure.
and it shines light on it. And sometimes those things, this has happened to me and my friends, and this little light shined on this seemingly very little thing. When I opened up and started venting about it and talking shit, just spilling tea, suddenly that thing became enormous. And I realized like I'm only looking at a piece of that little spotlight. And had I kept my fucking mouth shut, I can't tell you how different my life would be. Like it's actually that significant.
I just
that-
like it. Oh, Craig, I'm so glad we're because it's so you just grouped in these things like talking shit, spilling tea, sharing things like as if they're all the same. Like I think it's so important to differentiate between those because
Well,
there is
fine, but I'll tell you from my perspective.
okay.
In the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
it felt just like
Right, I get
spilling
it.
tea,
Right, no, you're right.
talking shit,
Right,
because it didn't feel significant. And
Right.
then when a lot of different lights that were on different sides of this thing came to light, boy, did it paint a different picture on everything,
I know what you mean.
right?
But if you can go on a mental health retreat for codependence and have like a group therapy session about it instead of like spewing
Exactly.
like vitriol into the tribe or
Publicly into
yeah.
like again, I think that's so important. Yeah. Like
Well,
where you're
okay,
where you're doing it, where and how it's
Exactly.
happening.
Okay, how about this? That it's and by the way, like obviously I agree. Talking shit is not like the right way to be. I don't want to argue for talking shit, but I do want to say I do want to also be honest, and I want to say I talk shit sometimes, and I actually I'll on one hand say yes, talking shit is bad, and on the other hand, I will say that talking shit might have saved my life.
If you were looking at it kabbalistically though,
Let's get into the cabal.
even saying nice things about someone behind their back could be misheard and misinterpreted. And so it's better not to say anything about anybody else unless directly asked to give an opinion. And if that opinion is for a direct and obvious purpose. And I found it to be true. I'm wondering if I can think of a real life example, but you know, if for instance, I have a great real life example. Two of my dearest girlfriends in Paris got into a skerfuffle recently, and I put myself in there as I do as something of a referee, but there was no way to be truly diplomatic
Can I ask
about
you
it.
something?
No way to wait.
Okay,
No way to
okay.
be truly diplomatic because the one would always be like, "Well, what was she saying? What did she say?" Like, you know, like unless and no one asked me to be the diplomat either. No one
I
was
was
like,
about to ask you,
right.
what do you get out of being the diplomat? Do you enjoy it? Do you
I
appreciate
thought-
do you love the codependency from both sides? The triangulation?
I do. I try. I have been accused very recently of triangulating.
Oh shit, me
and
too.
even called my and I'm an only child with like two parents, you know that. But so I think it come. But no, I thought in that instance I genuinely like have empathy for both of them for very different reasons, and truly thought that I could be like a peacemaker. And I think that I probably was one a little bit. And like they're both gonna come to my birthday party in Berlin, and if they haven't seen each other since then, like it'll be a nice whatever. And I'm like, you know, they know how I am. We've been friends for a really long time. They know like that I have like a meddling spirit or something like that. I don't know how else to describe it, but I want to fix.
How would you describe it, Mallory? How would you describe the meddling spirit?
I don't know. Meddling feels like has some like negative connotations. From what I'm hearing, it's like you have an ability to see, like to zoom out and sort of understand where each person is coming from, and like you're trying to do your best to bridge that gap.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Which
I
like
think-
can feel meddling sometimes, but
Yeah.
also like it doesn't seem like where you're coming from. Like, because meddling to me is like I'm being ratty and like I'm trying to stir shit up, but like it very much sounds like you're doing your best to bridge something that like you might have a perspective on that they can't see yet.
Right. But the point.
So
the
it's
point,
a public service.
I like to think so, but the point in that
Fair.
instance was that there was no way to, like, any communication about either of them to either of them was misread in the moment, because it's like, well, what do you mean? Like, like it's like, and my like efforts at diplomacy, because it involved talking about them behind their back in any way, even if I was being open about what was being said, was still like confrontational. Does that make sense? So just don't do it in Kabbalah. Just don't talk about people, which is hard, because then you realize, wow, like what do you even talk about?
Yeah. Okay, but actually, I'm going to challenge that if
Okay.
that's okay, because even the fact that it's coming from the Kabbalah, which is another like patriarchal fucking like believe me, blessed be the
Sure.
my people,
Right.
but at
No,
the same
it
time.
enables like people to get away with shit.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
yeah.
And that's what we were talking about when we were talking about the Mother Mary. Like the original sacrifice is her being
Yes.
raped and her body being used by everybody to create absolution
metaphor.
for their desire to keep on raping.
Well, and like who is
like, if you-
served by that like
Right.
standard, by that rule of don't talk about anybody ever? Like who truly ends up benefiting from
Right.
It's true.
and
Those
and
who
it
are
goes
in
back to
power.
the hoarding money stuff. Like
Yes.
like okay, keep it quiet, don't talk about money, because we don't really want anybody to know about our money, right?
100%.
And it's the same shit. It's like, bro, I was keeping secrets for people. I was feeling some sort of way, and it never became a big issue because it was all very little things that were so fucking insignificant and petty. And by the way, it's to this day, as I state them, they're petty as fuck. But when they're corroborated,
Sure.
when they're corroborated and talked about out of school, and like, God damn it, I gotta spill this fucking tea and just like at least laugh about it, because I
Yes.
can't bring it up to this person because it's uncomfortable.
No, entirely. I mean, I had
And then the whole world literally, and I don't mean to, I'm being dramatic because I'm kind of dramatic. Okay. But in a very real way, your whole world shifts, right? Like, I was willing to cut out anybody and anything that was drawing me closer to this thing that I just fucking figured out because I spilled some tea.
Sure. Yeah. I agree with that.
You
And
know?
I think there's like an agreement to silence that like enables like a lot of problematic situations, and it empowers bullies, and it la 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 la, and we see it playing out. But this is like a heavy diversion, but it's hard not to mention like the ceasefire. You know what I mean? And but like,
Please.
like, does it there the screaming from
No, it absolutely applies. Actually,
Yes.
it absolutely.
yes, yeah. Elaborate for me, because
Yeah, I mean, just general that like the idea we were just talking. Actually, where am I on time? Okay, cool. We were just talking. I forgot we do a long show. We were just talking about the Holocaust Museum. I can't believe I'm about to say this. But I can. This is the thing, and you can identify probably by being a Jewish person. I feel responsible for what is
100%.
100%. I feel like it is a burden that
It is the worst thing that has ever happened to the Jewish people, is what we are continuing to watch Israel do. And I can't keep my mouth shut about it. And yet there's so much like feedback as to why I must. And I think that those insisting that I must be quiet will one day apologize.
right.
You
And
know,
this is
and
what I'm saying, is
yes.
that they're like, don't talk shit about your
Yeah.
like listen, like somebody's, whatever fucking
Why aren't the
excuse.
Palestinians happy right now, or why aren't like the activists happy? And it's like, because it's not at the end of a war, guys. Like they don't. There's
And
no
I've been seeing
it's not
videos
victory.
of occupied Palestine right now, and it ain't fucking unoccupied as shit, and it
No, and
doesn't feel like a ceasefire.
It's
and it-
rubble.
It's rubble, exactly, and like have some fucking.
And they had nothing to begin with, like in terms of like there
have
was
some
no
empathy.
safety net.
And by the way, and I guess this is what I'm saying is that like it's some gaslighty fucking shit.
You're right.
Where so many people were keeping the secret. They kind of knew what was going on, but nobody else was fucking saying anything. Nobody was spilling the fucking tea because they didn't want to be talking shit.
Sure,
And-
Kabbalah.
and-
Maybe
and-
that's-
yo,
Kabbalah, I love
yo.
Kabbalah, but it honestly often feels like this is a sneaky way to get rich. I hate to say it, I hate to say it, which I'm like all
I
about
almost joined
because
Scientology to get an agent.
Can someone fund horse
By the
tour?
way, any agents out there? yeah. No, but like legitimately, it's actually the same shit because this is how they win the most. And I'm not just talking about Israel here, but I am also talking about Israel. I'm talking about it's people that you know in your life.
Yes.
There are all of these little things that you think that it's the right thing to do to not talk shit. And I, Craig, am telling you, talking shit might save your fucking life. Do it with a grain of salt.
Or save your soul, maybe. It
I
might
got-
fuck.
like-
It might
like-
fuck your life up.
Well,
a
I
little
think
bit.
I think it's
And
really
I'm saying
important
it
to
could be
talk
life and
about
death.
these things. Well, and again, it depends who is able to talk shit. I think this is a thing I've been talking about with my friend, my assigned female at birth, femme, women, queer friends, of how fucking annoying when we realize, like, if you get into a thing with somebody who's gaslighting, who has the space to talk shit about you publicly, that like knowing that the most powerful thing I can do and we can do is to be silent and let it die, and how fucking unfair that feels. Because
So unfair.
like when do
Thank
I
you.
get
No.
to talk
Yes.
shit? But again,
I
it makes me unsafe. It is not safe
Exactly.
for me to talk shit, to lean into that.
Totally.
And so those that can, who are on my side, on the marginalized folks side, who are maybe more protected, do the speaking, do the standing up, but like talking, like me talking shit, like
Yeah.
could destroy me.
No, and it does. I was just talking to the beautiful makeup artist Susie, who was here, about that. Like, in the entertainment industry, especially, there's like, if you wig out about something that was like seriously fucked up that happened, like it's on you. It sticks to you, actually.
Mhm.
100% of the time.
100%.
It's like
100%.
like you get replaced immediately. You get and
Let me tell you something.
that's why I'm having a goodbye party in Chinatown in Los Angeles
You're
on
saying
November
goodbye?
November 1st. I'm saying goodbye to Los Angeles, yeah.
For good. You're saying
I don't want to be a part of her bullshit anymore. She is a huge part of the
Oh.
problem.
oh shit.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yo.
I want to hear more about that. That I didn't know
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
were
yeah.
doing that.
I could. I was
That's-
at the wedding
Renewal of the
renewal vows. Whatever.
It's
I'm
different.
sorry,
No,
I don't
whatever.
know how to say it. It doesn't roll off the tongue. I'm sorry.
Well, you
Anyway,
could learn it,
I was
man.
there. Can
Very
can I describe this for the people at home?
Sure.
How you came out?
Yes.
Like the most giant blue fur coat. We'll find the picture and we'll put it in post.
Thanks.
Powder blue monster fur coat with these giant shoulders. and, and a powder blue balaclava covering her entire face. And she gets up there and her wonderful
While
husband.
LA is on fire.
While LA is on fire,
Right.
and
right.
and her husband gives the most nice, like heartfelt, beautiful, vow renewal. Okay, and Zinzi like rips off this belly club, puts it under her chin, and is just like, maybe it's good thing that LA is burning, and just starts pointing at everybody that drove through smoke to be at this phone. Just like, maybe you're the problem. What have you? We're no waste. How much waste do you do every week? For like 30 minutes was just reading everybody at her own love event for filth. And it was incredible. It was incredible.
I thank you. I think I'm at a place because I've like burned off like so much like rage, and like the issues at hand are so obvious. It's like Captain Obvious. Like now the challenge, I think, for those of us who can still feel uh is to, what is like the alternative? So like and my alternative is not like driving to Los Angeles anymore and like buying the $12 latte from in plastic that like some like
Billy Corgan is releasing a new tonic from Erewhon, though.
yeah, but it's in plastic. I saw that. Everyone sent it to me. They're all excited because it's goth and it's Erewhon, and I'm like, they are part of the problem. They're part of the problem. They have the power.
This is the difference between like a real one and not a real one.
They have the power
Because I was
to-
like, sick, it's black. I'm gonna definitely buy it. And
healthy.
Yeah.
Instead of saying sick for cool, like I can't take ownership of that. One of my close friends, Sierra Farrell, has been on the spearhead of trying to change the way we are with language and how we're all, I'm punk too. I'm like sick. But like, what if we were like, and it stuck with me. I'm like, that's healthy. So if you catch me being correcting you with healthy, that's why I'm doing that.
Oh.
I'm gonna
So-
steal that.
No.
Zinzi. I love that.
I think that that's a good
I
thing.
love
Yeah.
that.
For
Spread the word.
everybody at home that's listening, start saying healthy instead of sick.
Healthy instead
But
of
that is
sick.
actually how deep it goes. I actually
Yes.
want to
Me too.
take
I
that
like
very
it.
seriously. That like
Yeah.
language
Thank you.
is so deeply embedded in all
queer
of these
people
things.
fucking know that, like
Yes.
deeply. Like it's like not just a fucking word. That's
Yeah.
why I asked you when you pulled up with your car. Like
Yes.
it's like you're asking for it. Our words are power. Our words are power. You know,
My car says despair.
on
Yes.
the bumper.
Yeah.
I'm like,
bumper.
you are asking for some like violent butt sex with that in a bad way. In a bad way.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is that I'm in LA traffic a lot,
Ah.
and I often catch people behind me getting a good laugh with the juxtaposition
True.
of my broken, cracked bumper, and my and a bumper sticker that says despair.
It was art to me.
Yeah, it's
I
poetic. It
completely-
feels poetic.
Yeah, it is art.
But-
it is.
but
It
it-
is a poem,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it gives a lot of people behind me. I'll look in my rear view mirror, and more often, pretty often, I see people go, and you know what? Like, that's about, to get back to the bunker thing. Like, that's about as much of an invited interaction I have with the general public as it is.
But it's pretty extreme. Like that's very intimate.
It is.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm glad you bring this up because
Me
it's
too.
true. There's like there is a moment that I am having inside of my car in traffic.
I know it well, and I refuse.
Yeah.
I refuse to participate.
And it's like, but I'm more stoned than you probably. And so
Probably, yeah.
I'm like really paying attention to the people around me and trying to like feel what it is that happened in their day, where they're going, how they're feeling, how they're riding out the traffic.
Mm.
I really have a real fun time hopping from car to car and like being with these people. I'm always looking for people crying. Honestly, you'd think that I'd see it a lot. I never have seen anybody crying in traffic in LA.
What?
Never.
I definitely have.
I have not. But
I
I. But,
have been that person crying.
Yeah.
oh, I have been the person. I have been that
Oh
person
yeah, maybe
crying.
if you're not seeing it, you are the person.
Yeah, it's a good place to cry. It's as
The
good as
car
a
is the
hotel
best
bathroom.
place, Yeah.
And that's the other thing. I've been doing karaoke in my car.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I did karaoke on the way up here to Ojai in my car with a karaoke microphone, singing to Bell and Sebastian and other things. And which is everybody just saw really far under the hood. And so my point is that like there's this like moment that you have with yourself that you're like you have to be focused, but that focus allows like freedom of thought.
But at what fucking expense? Like, look at all the cars like sending
Yeah.
emissions in,
Oh,
into
okay.
the
Yeah, I'm
ether,
not
like
defending that.
chasing the dollar to like no avail. I'm like, I thought LA was done. Why is it worse traffic? Like, why is the traffic worse than ever? And it's because we lost a bunch of roads. LA needs help, and she didn't want it from me. She didn't want my help, and so I'm kind of like,
You're
goodbye,
such a bad bitch.
goodbye, girlfriend. Like, be
So where are you going? I mean, I love
just to
and
just to well,
where are you
I just to Ojai, and
Okay.
and I have an apartment
Oh,
in
so you're gonna
Berlin.
stay in Ohio?
I'm gonna stay in
Oh
Ojai.
Jesus. Okay. Look, I mean, give me a break. Yeah, fine. You're still on the West Coast. You're still well, okay, whatever.
I'm not
Well,
driving
different,
there
though.
anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not going there anymore.
Yeah. it's
Like, I mean,
different.
I of course, like, I have beautiful artist friends that are doing beautiful artist things there. Like, it's not a super rigid thing, but like part of my premiere on November 1st on Chungking Road is to say goodbye to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I feel like saying goodbye to America again, and I know that
Yeah.
that's
Well,
like
why?
a defeatist thing. I've been thinking about like, well, because I don't want to survive in the post-apocalypse. I don't want to be around fighting. I don't want to fight a civil war. I actually care too much here because here's the thing is that like the fact that I would have to fight you over what I feel like is the base of goodness, I'd rather die. I'd rather die.
Sure.
Or just walk peacefully to some place where I don't have to convince people for the base values.
Well, that's why I have now an apartment in Berlin,
Yeah, smart.
you know?
But by the way, shout out to my friends in Berlin.
Oh, yeah.
It's not so good
Well, I
over
mean, I
there
think
as well.
Yeah.
This is
You
the
know what I
thing.
mean?
like,
Like, where
like-
do you think you're going to go that you're going to get away from what's happening? Like, this isn't a unique to the United States
No,
thing.
no.
It's true.
It's
It's
not.
true. But I do also think that like our cartoons have fucked us up. You know?
Yeah.
And like America particularly, you know, it's founded by a bunch of people who like wanted to burn their daughters so badly that they like bared the Atlantic Ocean, you know, to find a place where they could make it legal to burn their daughters in peace. And so like if that's your
Well,
foundation,
no, and the karma then of like killing, back to our point,
of
killing all the
course,
people who are here.
indigenous people, you know what I
they-
mean? Like it is a dark
America?
history, and I'm
Yeah.
not associated to
Wait,
any of that.
question.
By the way, Eastern European.
Yes, and
immigrants.
Question.
Yes.
Is Midnight Across America, like, is that the name like in somewhat of
Yeah, double entendre.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Very much
Ob-
so.
ob-
Yes.
obviously,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is certainly midnight, and
Yeah.
and to describe us, you know, and the name Midnight Across America, obviously being the times that were like airing, but also that like there are why is I was thinking we were thinking like why is it that the Lost Boys are hanging out at night and not during the day? Why is it that why is it that the witches are always in the dark? Right? Not because the darkness is bad, but because we gotta hide, and there's a safety at night
Yeah.
to be amongst each other
Mhm.
and share thoughts that don't seem appropriate to share during the day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I- it's it's hard. It's hard.
I've been nocturnal since I was a kid.
I
What
was
about you
gonna
guys?
ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to hear about that. Yeah.
yeah, please.
I
Please.
mean, I was always a night owl. I loved to like run at night. I loved running with my shadow at night. Like that's probably where like the discovery of the deeply important role music plays in like my physiological well-being was like running at night with my shadow to music, and probably great like I don't know, like Believe by Cher. And also a shout out to my friends.
Shout out to Cher.
Shout out to Cher, and then also to the Sweet Nothings who just did like the most beautiful country cover of that song Believe
Oh my
by
gosh,
Cher.
it's so gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's
I
so
just heard it.
amazing.
Like I feel like this morning it's so
they
beautiful. Yeah.
they gave it to Death of a Groupie, which is like what actually one of the nicest gifts I've ever received in my life. It's so special.
And that is your new film.
It's a new old
film.
web series that
Web
was like
series.
saved by AI and like the will to survive.
Whoa.
But when I
Whoa.
was little, I was nocturnal, and it was so hard for my dad to wake me up in the morning, like almost impossible. Ask David now. It's just like I'm not. The mornings are called mornings, like you're in mourning. And actually, whatchamacallit, my cousin told me about this because my beautiful cousin is half black, and there's of the like woke, sort of like hippie black movement, but there is one, and they say Grand Rising instead of Good
Ooh.
Morning because of that very thing. Back to the language, like you don't start your day with the
Language.
word morning, but you
Morning.
do if you're me because it is a morning.
Because it feels like
When
that.
I'm like,
like don't
Yeah.
let me leave my dreams. It is.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is like a morning of like the world I have to
yes.
leave.
I hate waking
night.
up like in the middle of the day.
I do too. Well, then have kids. Have kids.
No. I mean, actually, since I moved to LA, I wake up very early all the time for some. Like I don't know.
It's
My
the
clock
sun,
didn't
the
really.
sun.
The sun does it. But I still feel better doing specific things at night. Like having certain thoughts even don't dawn on me until
Yeah.
the middle of the night. Again, it's like a safe space to be with like a different version of myself that doesn't satiate it.
Yes.
It's like that's it. It doesn't need fuel at night. Like I run off a different type of fuel at night. Dream fuel.
Yeah.
Dream fuel.
Dream fuel. I'm feeling this like deep connection between us all like connecting around nighttime because I remember when I first started learning like the rules of the world and like capitalism and like the work hours, and it's just like it's all the same shit. It's like our world is built for a very specific body chemistry, makeup, all of these things, and it's violent and horrifying, and I don't know, I've spent a lot of my life feeling a lot of shame around like not fitting into that.
I mean, try being a mom who's not
Right.
like orchestrated in the morning. I have like a very loving and like supportive morning support team, but it's not like well, what's fascinating in all the like nocturnal stuff is I do think that kids we are born as morning people or grand rising people, like for sure. It's like biological, and then like other tendencies start to sort of show themselves. But kids like fly out of bed like rearing to go at like full throttle super early in the
I
morning
don't think,
as a rule of
I don't
thumb.
think I was like that.
You don't think so?
No,
I don't think I was either, but I just
my mother will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I was the opposite of that. I was and I like I was never rearing to go. I was just very like observant and just quiet.
in the morning or
Yes,
in
they thought I was they thought I was
they
like,
thought I couldn't walk.
yeah,
That's what they thought about me.
they thought I couldn't speak.
Oh, good.
And then
Because you
one
weren't
day I
morning
was just
people?
like
I guess.
no, just because I was weird and I didn't make any
Yeah.
noises at all.
Yeah.
And
And now
and then I just started talking one day and they were like, "What?"
Okay.
yeah, and I was like, and I don't really know. I just remember not really having anything to say.
Mm.
I was pretty like I was collecting a lot. I was thinking about a lot.
That really checks out.
And that's why you weren't saying anything up until that point, and then you were like,
I think
"Now
so.
I have something to say." Okay.
I think so. I think I was just like I remember being fascinated with workout tapes. Like my parents had early cable and on one of the cable channels it was just like during the daytime it was just like just workouts, you know. I still to this day have like a very special connection to Richard Simmons, you know, I knew that there was not like the whole world was making fun of him, but like I, you know, what was it? It was like I admired him for it. It was like
Sure.
that made him so interesting and weird to me that like he leaned into it, but never like dropped the bag, never like even acknowledged the joke.
Sure.
That felt so sick to me. So
Healthy.
sick. Huh?
Healthy.
Yeah, it felt yeah, you're right. It felt
I
very
love
healthy. It really did. And so but anyway, like I do remember very like colors. You know, I only know now that there was workout tapes because my parents told me that it was workout tapes. They would just sit me down and they were like, "You were just mesmerized." I just remember like bright colors flashing all over the place and like trying to figure it out. You know, I would be, it just like loving it. Same with when wrestling came on after Saturday Night Live. And I had a television, they put a television in my room even as a child. So I was just like all night long, just like blue screen. Whoa, fucking shit. Look at all this stuff.
It's bold. A kid's room with the TV. That's a bold move.
Well, you know, it was the 80s. It was Wild West.
Yeah.
They didn't smoke, so they had to fucking feed my eyes.
They had to do something.
yeah. Where are we on time? Oh, this show is just pop, 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 moving right along, and I feel like we're already. Yeah, I would love an idea.
Oh well, why don't
Go,
can we
Zinzi, go.
let's show something that I
Oh, let's show something
So-
that you made.
yeah, let's show something.
All right, I would. How about
Great
you?
idea.
Set it up.
Let's start with the new project called Fears. The world premiere is on November 1st. There's a slight chance it might get like a sneak peek in London beforehand, but I haven't decided yet. That would be cool though. And yeah, it's about everything that we were just talking about and more in a very short film starring Annie Hardy, who is a punk icon. Her band Giant Drag speaking of covers, has the best cover ever of Wicked Game. And I know the bar is set really high with that, but it's so fucking good. And what? And And she's
you're
the
right.
star.
I was about to go off on a tangent.
She's a star, and so is Olive. And I'd love to show you guys a clip of that on black and white film.
And this is Fears.
Fears.
Michael,
Michael, killing yourself isn't so hard, really. Come to me, I need you. Jump, jump, jump.
Death Spa. Welcome to the health club where you'll sweat blood.
Never work without a spotter, Freddie. Weight falls on your chest and you can really get squashed.
It's the place for a killer workout. An unquiet spirit reaches out from beyond the grave.
Welcome to my party.
For revenge.
I will destroy this place, and I'll kill them all. Unless you do as I say.
Death Spa. An exercise in terror.
A fantastic weight reduction program. People get so thin they disappear.
Almost at another midnight. So I'm going to try and talk through it. I don't know if y'all have been checking out our YouTube channel. We have recently been working with the most amazing editor, Sephora. Shout out to Sephora. She's been putting together some clips. And there's this one where a few episodes ago, Craig was talking about his acting adventures and how he just kind of got hired for everything by just showing up and being himself. I think one of them was like an Audi commercial where I'm pretty sure he like might have taken some drugs or something and done the commercial. Well, you won't believe it, but we found this commercial. So after this midnight, you will get that gift. You're welcome. But wait, did I do so good? It's all good. Yeah, no, again, that's all that matters. Yeah.
was that commercial that I was talking about that I took. Well, we're in the third hour now, right? Yeah, we're in the third
Yeah,
hour.
go for it.
Yeah, where I took 2 hits of ecstasy on the first day of filming on accident. Oh, I mean, not on accident.
On
yeah,
accident.
like on purpose, but like not because I wanted to get high, but because I like it was a weird. Welcome to Midnight Across America. We're a call-in talk show. My host, Mallory Jane, and our special guest this evening,
Hi.
Zinzi Gugu Johnson.
That's right.
And we're a show where we're going to be talking about stuff, and we would love for you to call in and talk about it with us. The phone lines are open, and you can dial 712-345-6648 or toll free at 816-345-6648.
Close.
Forgive me. 1-866
okay.
345-6648. It's actually written. And you really shouldn't be listening to me about anything. So let's get into some stuff I've been thinking about.
Wait, Chris, can you go to them? I just need to see the dogs.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Take the
Look
number
at this.
away.
No, look at them. Look at them together. Oh my God. They are
Stop.
playing with each other right now. Oh, hi. This is Issa.
And Peaches.
Peaches.
Yeah.
We're really having a good time together. So what were we talking about? Nothing heavy, I don't think.
Nah, never. Not us.
What were we talking about? Oh, there they are.
All systems
Oh
down.
my God, there they are.
I think we were talking about all
Peaches.
systems down.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's
Say
yeah.
hi.
Oh.
Say hi. Oh, hi.
Puppy.
Okay, but let's lean into animals being the salve in a lot of ways. I was desperate to talk about horses earlier. If we don't have the path, can we get back to horses?
Let's get back to it.
Yeah. Well, I love horses. I probably will never be like a full horse chick, but I certainly have surrounded myself with a lot of them in the making of Horse Tour. And animals are the salve, and people as animals is a unifying theme in all of my work right now. Because we are, like people are animals, and it's a good thing, and can be a bad thing, but I think it will be the saving grace. But yeah, I did on a personal level. I've had the privilege of doing some constellation work with horses here in Ojai with my friend Katie May, who just started.
What is that?
It's so special. It's like therapy, but in a horse.
So it's different than
pen.
equine therapy?
It's
Or is it the
different
same?
than it's similar. It's definitely like crossover. I haven't done traditional equine therapy as far as I know.
And so I'm
Oh, you
curious.
have?
Yeah, yes, I have.
Yeah. I want to hear about that. But with
Yeah.
the constellation, like you're doing constellation work and having the horses kind of be like part.
What is constellation work?
I've only done it. I've done it 3 times, and I'll describe it, and then that'll be because I don't actually know.
Okay.
Describing
But
it is good. Yeah. What was your experience? Yeah.
Like with the horses, I wrote down on 3 different pieces of paper 3 different situations that get like mysteriously, like you blindly place the paper with the writing around the pen of the horses, and then each bit of writing corresponds to like a different person or situation you're dealing with. And in the case of in 2 different situations with Katie May, 100% of the time the word that I wrote that was blindly placed in a place that felt appropriate matched what I had, the intention I had put behind it. So if I was like it was like very like cut and dry, which is odd because in the other, like the constellation work I did before that in Berlin, what you think you're like mapping can be different actually. And so you're basically using like you could use like toys to like describe like situations that you're having in your life, and then they kind of get like like you'll say like this toy represents this, but it actually represents something else.
And the horses like
the hor-
reveal where the
exactly
truth is. Yes.
yeah
Yes.
it's
Yep.
it's out there. Katie May was like, don't try and
Oh,
I
I'm
understand how
all fucking into
No.
this.
She was like, don't try and like describe this to people necessarily because it's not because it was like
I
100 like 6
immediately
out of 6.
understand it.
Yeah. Well, tell me about your experience.
Well, I feel like it's quite related, except it wasn't it didn't take that step to sort of like write, which I get that could come off way more sort of mystical and like, hard to understand. But also a lot of people wouldn't believe what I experienced either. So I was at a treatment center in Arizona and they had equine therapy, and I grew up with horses. My mom is an avid rider. My cabin, like in the summers, there were horses around all the time. I was like forced to go to like a horse camp in the summers. Why? I mean, it should have been fun.
Yeah. Right.
But like I was severely shy, couldn't sleep, hated being around people, and also I hated being on horses. I hated riding. Didn't mean I hated horses.
Sure.
And so I get to this equine therapy and so there's like 3 people who are the facilitators, and there's like a bunch of horses in a corral. And for the first like I think hour or half hour, they teach you sort of basic like etiquette, how to be around horses, but then they watch you try and interact with horses and then like come up to you and reflect back to you like, this is why the horse is like treating you like that, and for me it was such a humbling thing. I mean, I was like 20 and I just 20-year-olds. But I was like, I grew up with horses, I know how to be around horses. And I had been having all these dreams about white horses, and there was a white horse there, so I immediately went up to this white horse, and there was like a pony that the 2 of them seemed bonded, and I thought I knew what I was doing, but like they both got kind of aggressive with me. And so one of the facilitators came up and like was talking through this with me, and again, it was like such a whirlwind, but pretty quickly got to sort of like my people pleasing, my like desire to just be liked and loved, and also like a thing that I am still working on, which is like building respect mutually, instead of just thinking that like if you like being a doormat and if you just give everything that like it will be reciprocated.
Sure.
Because horses are really sensitive to, that's why I hated riding horses, because you have to like first have like a confidence in yourself, but then it also like kind of show some dominance, and I hate to even use that word because it like I never wanted to, but it's like a mutual relationship, and I couldn't. And the horses could feel
that's
that.
what
And
always kind of
full
fucks me up
advantage of that
about
anytime I was on a horse, and like they would just feel my like, I love you, I'm sorry I'm here, and they never listened to me. It was scary and horrible.
I get that so deeply. They snack their heads off whenever I'm on them, and I'm like, just take it, girl. Like you can have the snack. It's okay.
That's what I didn't like about, because subjugating any living thing feels so weird to me. Even my dog, sometimes I feel like the other day I had a kind of an existential crisis. I was like looking at my dog in the eyes, and I was like, what if you like hate living in this world of giants, and I took you away from like the only people that speak your language, and
Well, wait, this ties like beautifully into like the first bit of conversation, because it's like, yes, like wild horses in an autonomous landscape where nothing about it had been like muddled. Mud is fine, but like troubled by humanity.
Mhm.
But now, like, we are also, this is what I've come to terms with my horse tour, like,
Mhm.
we are also like oppressed. Just being civil, like in civil society, is an
Mhm.
oppression. And so it's in the horse's interest to like be able to move their body with
Yes.
like with us, and to do what it, like, the horse was like conditioned to do. And I think that relationship between woman and horse specifically is so profound, and like and it can be heavy, but it also can be beautiful, like finding a
Like
freedom in motion
liberating.
together.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think go to just finish this equine therapy story,
Yes.
because I learned again this thing where I was like, I have all the power. I'm such a how dare I? And I wasn't holding the nuance of like, oh, and we live on the same planet. They feel the things, they actually very much want to be in relationship, just like in a mutually respected way. And there was this exercise where they would the facilitator said like, okay, lead the horse around the corral without a harness. And so I, first try I was like, okay, come on, let's be nice, I'm being so nice. And of course the horse didn't fucking do a thing. And the therapists and facilitators talked me through that like, why do you feel like you keep being trampled on? Your boundaries are because that's how I'm approaching everything in my life, is with this like, I'm undeserving, don't hurt me. Like, if I'm just so nice to you and pet you first, you'll give me things. And that's actually not how to build a relationship.
Word.
And just even in that, they like talked me through like having the position and saying in my head and having the confidence, like, I can lead this horse.
Yes.
And I did. And then without a harness, on like a fourth or fifth try, it followed my lead around the corral. And it was, I think about this so often. It was such a beautiful lesson. I mean, just like for me personally, but then again, zooming out, as we're talking about like forms of knowledge and like how to be in relationship with the earth and like what we need to do, that like I also often reflect on, like, that was a very real thing that happened. And a lot of people don't take that kind of like learning seriously. And it just, it changed my life. And I now run in the fields with horses. I still don't want to ride them, but at least like there's like a mutual respect.
That's awesome.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah, thank you for telling me. I think that that's a huge motivator in why I want to bring like pop stars, for lack of a better word, into direct and continuous communion with horses over in like a container of time, because I think it's going to be really, really good for them, because there's real medicine in nature.
Why pop stars?
Because that's what lights me up. People who are people.
Good answer.
I love
that.
I love like people who are incredible at embodying the whole thing, the whole music thing, because it's not like there's so much great music being produced and made and not produced, all like in the shadows, and there's no I have the utmost respect for people who are dedicated to the craft and not motivated by exposure, but I am enchanted I am enchanted by those the lucky ones who got that break, I guess. And I specifically, because of what's going on in like our like collective culture and collective unconsciousness, I think there's power to allowing the public to watch their heroes engaging directly with nature as the original muse rather than whatever else they could be doing with their time.
I think that is so necessary and radical. And I think, I feel like I just have so much to say around this because there's so much knowledge that exists already that it sounds like, Zinzi, you're like trying to like highlight and tap into. And and I mean, no, like expose again. It's I feel like I have too many men in my life. I feel like
How you feeling about that, Chris?
Sorry, that was like a wild thing for me to say, just like out of
no.
I feel like it's so
you.
connected to these things because the men I have in my life, I love and are like quote unquote the good ones. At least the ones I feel like who are willing to like learn and grow and stuff. And also I can get sort of frustrated with when we talk about these kinds of things of like, I feel like they lead to sort of being like, well, what do we do? Where do we go from here? I'm like, bro, listen to people other than folks that look like you. Like the knowledge is out there. So much of it is out there. And but that's not where like the money is being put. Like those aren't the things that are being produced. That's like not the like things we're watching. Those aren't the cartoons, you know?
Yes.
So are you drawing a line there, or are you saying like from that to listening to horses as well?
Yes.
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 Yeah, that it's like mostly the men in my life who like roll their eyes when I tell that story.
Oh. That never even occurred to me while you were saying that. I thought you were just like remembering something else.
Well,
like, oh yeah, also.
Well, no, I mean, I wasn't like saying that specifically,
but there's a reason,
but it's a part of the whole thing that I'm saying.
There's a reason why Horse Tour is like entirely like female. We have some queer contenders, which is exciting, and but that shared the shared humanity in that aspect, in that conditioning is an important, the sisterhood, let's just call it that, like keep it simple. I want to nurture, like I want my work to be an antithesis, and my work in my life to be an antithesis to mean girl behavior. Also, this is so gross. No, my dog, my puppy, doing puppy things over here. Peaches, you're disgusting. We should have taken him out when we took Issa out. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry to me.
Yucky. Okay, move away. Quickly. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Did an animal be an animal?
Like that's what they do.
Yeah, that's animals being animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Zinzi was about to say something important, and that also distracted me. Did I mention how fun this show has been thus far? And maybe actually,
so good.
As fun as this episode is and has been, we also have an extremely fun episode coming up in the near future, right, Mallory?
Yeah, Craig.
Yeah, and it's somebody who I have been a just huge fan of for a very long time. And what is going on with the lighting on my camera? Anyway, I have loved him for a very long time, and his name is Timo Ellis. And first of all, I think that everybody should be like gearing up to like ask some great questions, get into some great discussions with him. And I think a great place to start is his Instagram, because he has been releasing these like amazing commercials, and Yeah, I don't really want to say much more because he said it better than I could. So, Chris, if we could go to a little piece by Timo Ellis. Do the one where he's talking about what it's like to like cringe. Let's do cringe.
There's some sort of online rhetoric going around right now about basically leaning into cringe, which on the one hand I understand because there's never been kind of more shaming people for just being vulnerable. At the same time, I think there's a distinction that ought to be drawn between debasing yourself, like things that actually cause you to cringe, that maybe are worth feeling shame about. There's something else being simultaneously claimed, which is that like in order to not feel like you're exploiting yourself or debasing yourself with this online promotion stuff, that because you're being creative, that somehow it's like less exploitative, which I think is fucking ridiculous. Like even if you're being creative doesn't make it any less exploitative, it just makes it bearable for the person who's doing it, and then maybe they can have a little more fun with it and also get better at it. Creativity and perseverance are the qualities they kind of persist no matter what. I guess what I'm trying to say is that some things are cringeworthy in a way that like shouldn't be celebrated. I find this entire process of having to have like a kind of psychotic online marketing comedy surveying interview perspective to be exploitative. It is, and boring at a certain point. I am fucking exploiting myself, and I'm also not doing it well enough. I'm not doing it in a way that actually works. It triggers these fucking algorithms to get my stuff in front of the maximum amount of people. So I'm not above it. I am not above it. But I feel the need to make videos like this every so often.
Maybe run the other one
like
too.
actually having boundaries and
Chris.
limits about like, you know what, maybe I'm not going to do this goofy ass fucking shit just for attention every time. Okay, bye.
Huh? I'm not worried about it at all.
I am.
Peaches could have peed in my mouth.
I'm not really convinced that people are like even listening to music anymore. Or if they are, it's radically fragmented. It's a similar thing with the inability to sit through an entire movie, or there's some kind of weird psychological semi-conscious ego trip. Like, unless you provide me with a certain amount of value beforehand, I'm not going to invest in your work unless you indicate to me that your work or you have already like sort of achieved certain markers.
And then lastly, maybe play A Bird Hit My Window.
How the fuck is an artist supposed to
Zinzi, you should
convince
watch
people to
this
listen to
video,
new music
because
like
I wanna
sight
talk
unseen?
about it.
Everything's so transactional.
That's not
Is
good
there
for you,
any other
Mallory?
way to actually be an artist
really
in
good.
any medium without doing this fucking self-branding, shucking and jiving, solipsistic fucking bullshit?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Video at all. I'm not seeing Craig's video at all. You refreshed. Okay, I just refreshed it. Okay. Was I too harsh? Was okay. Yeah, I guess I've never said it like that out loud that much, and I guess yeah, I guess because of like my gender identity.
He's dead.
I'm Fionn.
Gray.
I bet he had beautiful eyes. Yeah. Maybe.
Friends and family, we are gathered here today for the celebration of life for Mr. B. Bird. I didn't know you very well, Mr. Bird. I don't know if you can tie your shoes or if you've ever seen a moose. I don't know your first love or if you've ever been lost in a thundercloud. I could try to guess why you flew into Gray's window, but I'll never know. I hope you like the quiet. I'm sorry you died. Now you go.
Mr. Bird. Rest in peace, of course. I'm kind of pissed that you cracked my window, but I guess it ended up worse for you than for me. I, really wish you didn't, actually. Because really, you're fine. You're never gonna think of me again. But I'm here, and I have to deal with the guilt. I'll never forgive you. You're selfish and evil, and I'm glad you hit my window. I hope it hurt. I'm sorry,
I'll see you again and again and again. Oh, zombie bird, go tell all of your friends you can break glass and shatter and pound on closed doors, but never again will I ever be yours. I hope that you're happy, my sweet feathered friend. I hope that you suffered till the bitter end. Forever my face will live under your skin when all else has burned and the silence creeps in.
Oh, you are such a little freak!
What? You never ate bugs as a kid?
No! Because I'm not a fucking pigeon!
Hold still, you have an eyelash. What did you wish for?
More eyelashes.
Hey. There's a crack in your window.
I'm fine.
I just want to talk.
You know the answer.
Want smoke? I don't understand why I don't have what you're looking for. I don't understand why I'm not enough.
I don't smoke anymore. I don't remember who I was before I met you.
You don't even know me.
Have you ever seen a moose?
Just once.
Have you ever been in love?
Yes.
What happened?
We fell out of the sky. It's just a haircut.
What if it never grows back?
You'll be okay.
Pull me back, back, back from your closet. I'm on the rack, collecting dust and getting moth-eaten. And getting moth-eaten. Please never promise that you...
Come soon.
And if there's anything, Zinzi, that like we didn't get to that you want to...
3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're back.
What's up?
Hi, Zinzi. Welcome back with us, and
Thank you.
welcome back to the last moments of Midnight Across America. I know you all have been dying to get through these busy lines, and you're in luck. They happen to be open. 712-345-6648 or dial 866-345-6648 if you're in a
Cat got your tongue.
if you're there was this restaurant.
Go off.
There was this restaurant that we used to go to when I was a kid. It was called Annie's Santa Fe.
Okay.
Okay. I was very young. If I could describe how it looked like a Pizza Hut from the 80s, like glass lamps.
Okay.
You know, with that weird glass lampy color. And but like paintings of like New Mexico or something like that, you know. And they had a phone booth back by the bathroom.
Okay.
Whenever I think of phone booth, I think of that phone booth. The place smelled like shuffleboard and Mexican pizza.
And
They had a tree inside of there. Oh yeah. Also, my point was, if you happen to be by a payphone similar to that payphone, please give us a call at our toll-free number, 866-345-6648.
yes.
Well, I feel like I've completely made our special guest uncomfortable
No,
tonight.
not at all. Not. I would like to give a shout out to two more things.
Yes.
That I did.
Yes.
Please.
Well, we already talked about Death of a Groupie a little bit, which is a show about groupies as animals. I don't know if Chris got that. Oh, you got it? Can you play a little bit of that real quick?
Let's do that.
Food for thought. Thank you.
Food for
And
thought.
then we'll play my last music video, a little bit of that after that, as sort of like yeah, like sure, that sounds good.
Live television. And here we go.
The porcelain doll. We do anything just to please her. Bite down the inch, just tease her. Do anything just to please her. Bite down the inch, just lie and cheat her. Don't fall in love with the porcelain doll.
Oh, I remember
In the
watching
grand
this.
cosmic
I've seen
concert, our
this. This is
sun
really good.
Is the
There's
ultimate
there's
rock
12
star
of
of our
them.
vast
Yeah.
solar system, and all the planets are its adoring groupies. And one particular groupie, Earth, has fallen out of love and slowly out of orbit with the sun. 4 years ago,
Yeah.
scientists first observed
I'll let
our
you know.
Earth's disenchantment following a massive solar storm that left our planet on the brink of collapse, causing the fall of governments and the rise of cults, offering false meaning to the masses. Strangely enough, as the Earth drifts away from the Sun, the loss of its influence has caused humans to regress into more primal behaviors, their actions now heavily influenced by their astrological signs. Here we will observe the fascinating behaviors of human creatures in their natural habitats amid a planetary crisis.
When he
Welcome
says
to Death of a
"Welcome to
Groupie."
Death of a Groupie" again, you can cut it. Yeah.
In the heart of the once bustling urban
Cut.
jungle of San Francisco, we find one of the structures of the old world, the
Oh,
Palace
it's
of
long.
Fine Arts.
It's long.
All right.
And it's
Yeah,
here
say
we
what?
Yeah.
encounter true.
Yes, as you can see, I've been making a nature show about people as animals, and AI has been helping me, obviously. So we actually don't have enough time left for me to get into the backstory.
Wait. Actually, but can you start and then we can finish it?
I shot the show continuously in like a frenzy because I felt I could see fascism creeping through the back door of the liberal lie quite clearly, thanks in part to Kurt Cobain's diaries that I was reading at the time. But
Whoa, wait,
so I was
wait.
working really quickly. Hold on, let me talk. I was working quickly, abusing Adderall and all of her sisters, working for mainstream cinema in the sound department, and directing, producing, and every other imaginable Death of Groupie in tandem. And I flew into a cement wall at the end of that project, metaphysically, where the barriers in my mind dissolved and I saw everything for what it was, in a way that I had no spiritual container to hold it. And it took many different forms, some of them terrifying, some of them extraordinarily beautiful, and it took a lot of digesting and ruminating to get to a place where I could re-engage with the stuff that I had made. And in that gestation period, which was over 10 years, AI became a thing. And when I first found out about what AI could do, I got down on the floor and cried tears of joy because I could then plug in the very disparate ingredients. Which, when I first shot Death of a Groupie, I was just like traumatized by like my rock and roll boyfriend. Like I wasn't and working in mainstream movies, and I was like, well, this shit has a lot of like, this process has a lot of fat on it. I could do it better for less, which now I understand why there's like a hierarchy and like many different jobs and a lot more money than I had. But I had the balls to try to say something. But the idea of like a nature show about people came in that period of rest, of like a deep extreme rebirth. And anyways, I dragged these hard drives around with me, like 20 of them, for like all of my, like, for 10 years, and it was like this albatross around my neck. And after having some like massive like professional and personal heartbreak on a project I was laboring on, like after this, I decided to like go back and clean this up and clear this up, because I think the not finishing it cast a spell that wasn't in alignment with my like highest good, and I didn't learn the lessons that I needed to learn by not finishing this project. And it also meant so much to me, and to add to the humiliation of its incompletion, like I truly had involved every single person I'd ever known basically in the actual making of the show, because it was like, it ended up being like a weird kind of reality TV show about my life. But now there's like, with that immense labor of Zaria Gunn, who actually helped me work on it back in the day, as like a star, because I put everyone was so beautiful at the San Francisco Art Institute. I put everyone in front of the camera. That was part of the problem. Like my support on the back end all became on the front, and I was left like totally threadbare. But you know, I don't know. The experience of finishing it is triumphant, and then to tie it into like something that just happened, although I did work on a music video that's like probably not going to get released. This might not, but I hope that it does. I honestly, genuinely, you know who you are. Um, I don't have like I don't make music videos anymore. You know, like it's just like it's not since MTV folded in the way that it was meaningful to music videos, it's such like an underfunded, underappreciated appreciated creative space that's like infinitely frustrating for anybody that knows. You really know what I mean. And but I had the great honor and privilege of using my award-winning footage for a short film called Tears that I talked about last time when I was on the show.
You've won a lot of awards since the last time that
Yeah,
we were here.
12 and counting.
Awesome.
Thank you. And we used some of that footage on a beautiful music video for my friend Sierra Farrell that was released a couple weeks ago, and we had well, but that's felt very beautiful, I guess, to say goodbye to my dream, because there was a time where that's really genuinely all I wanted to do, because I liked music and I like make like short attention span stuff. And it certainly is no longer where I'm at, but I would love to share some of that piece if you can play it,
Chris,
off of the internet.
to Tears.
Yeah, Tears as Wish You Well. Oh no. Well, this is just straight. Yeah, no. Sorry. It's the
I don't think you got that.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
think you got that.
Okay, never mind. Remember I asked. No, it's okay. It's you can look it up yourselves. It's okay.
We'd also do it in post.
Yeah.
We'll put it in post. We'll put right
We'll
here
do that intro you
that
gave, and
music
then
video.
Yeah,
Yes.
This is the footage, and we can
None of this will be in the final edit. You can literally right now is the moment that you can do anything.
No, it's good.
I'm just saying.
Great. Well, yeah, I just there's something poetic about sort of rebuilding death of a groupie at the same time as I say goodbye to a certain type of work, I guess, for myself. Like I don't want to feed the machine of consumption and spectacle in the way that I have, or that I thought that that we're like primed to do, I guess.
So then what do you want to do with your work then going forward, if not to feed consumption and
Horse
music
tour.
videos? Well, right, but I mean, what is and I presume that these projects that you brought up will be following in that path. But what I'm saying is that what is that path? Can you define like what is working outside of the need or the dependency on consumption?
To do less and feel more.
But then how do you transfer that into, and I'm with you here. But what I'm saying, and we've been talking about this actually a lot.
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean to have a sustainable business that, but I don't want to take from anybody, and I want it to be a net positive, a net output signal as opposed to input.
Yeah.
Right. And
I think it's possible. I don't know
I
that
think so
I don't
too.
know that it is entirely possible.
So how, for instance, how do you produce a horse tour? I realize I'm off screen. How do you produce a horse tour, a music, a piece of film,
Yeah.
a painting, without buying it, without presuming that
You-
there
I'm-
will be somebody to buy it?
Well, you
or
can't.
to,
You start from where you are. So my dream is to move through sort of more traditional like network television, such that it is, because it's obviously the landscape there is quite different. But I want to reach as many people as I can with this beautiful story, and that's the first step. And I want it to be bought and sold in the ways that make sense to the business aspects of the project.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that like oh, this is a real controversial statement. Here I go. Like, when it comes to art, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to art, it actually a lot of money to do something,
A lot of energy.
a lot of but a lot of energy, and it takes equipment.
Yes.
It takes it
Well,
takes
especially films. You're
right.
preaching to the choir. Yeah.
Right, I get it. So um but is it still worthwhile? Yes, I think so. And like,
Is what still worthwhile?
it is worthwhile, in my opinion, to still make art that's very expensive. Also, I think that the reward is should be high for creating beautiful objects. Okay. That said, they are worthless. They are, and not worthless, but you understand what I mean. They are useless projects, or things, and in the grand scheme of things, obviously they're not useless, but for argument's sake. So, if all that's true, then here comes the controversial part. Like, who wants to crowdsource to all of these people, like, for $1 here, $1 there, $1 there, $1 there, right? To convince all of these people to pay for something that is totally unreasonable, but they're going to love it, right? As opposed to going to one oligarch, right? And being like, okay, I know where all of the money's at. At least there's I don't say at least. I'm not saying that this is a great system, but what I'm saying is that, like, the value of art is kind of linked to this hoard of money that makes it valuable above all other.
But
And nobody reasonable would do that.
But that's why my like dream is to move through like network television, like quote unquote, because of course
Take from the capitalists.
well,
Take from them.
Well, to reach as many people as I can.
Oh, I thought you. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're taking from the capitalists no matter what. I'm taking me being the financier to the extent that I've been able to. That's taking from the capitalists as well. We are all capitalists here, and you start with where you're at. And I'm not that's the paradox. I mean, that is you've hit the nail on the head. Like
Finally.
Well, maybe Chris, can you run that clip that I cut off just for a second, like of Tears, the OG project, real quick, and then we can finish our thoughts on the paradox.
I would
Thank
love
you.
that.
I mean, it's supposed to be silly, you know? So much better than the music video. This
It's so exquisite.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you for playing that. I'm about to screen it again. Thank you. Well, what I was just gonna say, and it's cheeky, but I deserve to be cheeky sometimes. Like,
yeah,
it's better than it's better than the music video version, and I've kept it very like I don't show this. It's only formal showings so far, like super formal, like at the museum at Mass Mocha, in North Adams, and I have a screening before we premiere Fears, in on Chungking Road, and yeah, it's a bit of an endurance piece. Like it's slow, but it's so good. And to your point, was like very expensive to make. And if I weren't like, but I don't know. I think at this stage in my career to like really bring it back to the beginning, like I have put in the work, and people can say whatever the fuck they want about Silver Spoon or Nepo Baby, but where has my like open-heartedness, sort of like to Mallory's point, like walk all over me shit, like I have I have put in the work and not necessarily basked in any kind of like glory that I've been able to feel up until this point because of that like duality of like I don't deserve this, and it's a particularly acute, and Kabbalah they call it bread of shame, with those who are born into privilege. And I don't think anyone deserves like or requires any kind of pity party about that, but you actually have to like work fucking harder to be taken seriously, I think, from that position.
Yeah, in different ways.
In different ways.
Different ways, for sure.
You don't have like the where's my fucking neck. And David, my very talented husband, who made this beautiful neon right here.
Beautiful piece.
David Otis Johnson. He is always quick to remind me about like the realities of his lived experience, where like you really are working for your meal. But there's something super straightforward about that. Like I am working to get a meal. Like what if that's not what you're working for, and you have to like create like like meaning and purpose with the cosmic bonus point that is like some money.
Yes. And isn't it shouldn't it be spent on neon?
I mean, I think so.
Right,
Supporting
right.
artists, supporting
yeah.
musicians, even though it can be treacherous sometimes, like
Yes.
giving it towards creative people seeking to do good in the world, you know, like that's what I think. Yeah, and it's
That's what we're about here at Midnight Across America. We're a place about fringe shit and the people that make it, and a place for us all to go and share that fringe shit. We collect some of it. We collect some of the people that make it.
Peaches shat.
Peaches literally shat on me
Literal
during this
shit.
show.
During the
And it's almost over, but before it's over, we're going to go to another midnight right now. I am nailing those.
That was
About
you go there.
okay, because it kind of ties my 2 times with you guys together too.
Okay, and we're back here with Zinzi to close
Hi.
out the night. We've had a wonderful show, but Zinzi, you
Yeah,
wanted to mention a couple
I
of
feel
things.
like I bared my bones per usual.
As you do.
Thank you.
As I do. You know, 2 things. The first thing I will say, like, because you have to have like a sense of humor about everything, even your yawnings as I talk.
I'm no spring chicken anymore.
I know. He's not a spring chicken anymore.
I'm no spring chicken anymore.
Like
Thank you, Chris.
to shout out to like all my super fancy friends. Like, no one wants to invite someone to the party who's like, this isn't fair. You know what I mean? Like, nobody like, and that's my work, is how to like be more like diplomatic and fun and malleable, because I know like once I'm at the party, everyone will want me there. Like, it's lived experience. It's like proofs in the pudding. Like,
Wait, you're saying like you sneak into the party?
no,
and
not
then tell
sneak in.
everybody
No,
it's
no,
not fair?
no. Just don't. Like, they know I think it's not fair already. I don't need to say it once but it's all, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
totally see
because
it.
I am
know what you're saying.
because I'm like I am a national treasure, and the fact that I'm still kicking
Yes,
after
you are.
all the fucking shit is like actually a miracle, and I don't take it lightly. And like I had to like look at myself in the mirror. I think I mentioned this last time, like in certain parts of my life, and been like, you are a national treasure, like don't quit, because like I see it from both sides. I also see what you're saying. Like, I love luxury. I love like cushions. I love hiding. Like, that's my like in nature is actually to hide. So like I genuinely see it from both sides, and I genuinely feel it from both sides. And so I just wanted to mention that I have like immense like love and respect actually, and compassion, and camaraderie with those of my people who are of the ruling class. And in some ways it's been smoother waters with them in general, because there isn't this like air of like, oh, you had it so easy, because they fucking know that I didn't. They know that I didn't. And then to wrap this thing up, on November 1st on Chungking Road, I'm going to be doing a performance that was like kicked off here on then a different name, but now Midnight Across America.
Yes.
Where I cry, I sing myself to tears. But at the premiere of Fears, I will be singing the Star Mangled Banner, accompanied by an incredible noise artist named Riley Bray, while I ugly cry. And you don't want to miss it. You got to be there. You should come. Mallory should come. You have to come.
It's weird they're traveling to the United States today.
I know. It's like, this is a part of, yeah, that's a whole other conversation. I desperately want to be there. That's a whole other conversation. But like,
Come,
risks
no,
are
LA
worth
makes it so
Yeah.
nice. Like, no,
I know,
no.
but it's just the whole crossing the border thing
With
right
the Canada thing.
Well, I mean,
No, but
as a
in LA
increasingly
they almost are like going out of their way to be extra chill. They're like, "What's up? Like, welcome
it's
back,
very
my friend."
specifically like the border agents, very specifically the border agents, and as an increasingly trans person, it's a feeling increasingly scary
Yeah,
to me to
that's
deal
I mean,
with
that's
border
valid. I
agents.
feel like I'm more and more like queer looking somehow, or just as I like become more embodied, I become more strange. But I felt nothing but like they were like, "Welcome back, we love you." Like last time I came back from Berlin, I like hid my iPhone in my suitcase because I'm like, I'm a
Right.
democratic socialist and I'm
Yeah.
like loud and proud. And
Yeah.
and don't you forget it. But honestly, I think a lot of people are like, please help us, somebody. Like, could somebody who actually
Yeah.
can afford to take a hit, like just fucking say something, do something, like everyone.
Please.
I feel you, and this is like a
Help.
whole other conversation. And also, like, I'm not American, so it is different. Like border agents,
Sure.
but and again,
Right.
but it's a thing I'm constantly negotiating.
I just like specifically burped into the mic. Like I was like, I don't want to like instead of like taking it away.
Good.
I, like,
I'm glad you did.
I brought
I'm
it.
glad you did.
I brought it.
It was
That's
a
a
pleasant burp. Of all
beautiful-
burps, it was a pleasant burp.
Wow.
Beautiful conclusion.
And I think that that's a wonderful place to, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm giving everybody at home
A big hug.
a big hug, but
And-
also no gold star. I'm giving you a hug, but no star. Why didn't I give them a star? Because nobody called in, and it's kind of the thing. We're gonna give you time, but it's really important to me that you guys call in with your thoughts.
Yeah, we wanted to hear you, but I know
really wanted to talk to you.
most of my friends are already asleep. That's
well,
the problem
and that,
too.
and I also
There's a lot
think
we're
that-
negotiating with
that-
your late
yeah,
night
there's a
Sunday
there's a
call-in
lot
show.
we're negotiating, and actually that brings something of interest up. We're actually considering doing
yeah.
a
Yeah.
like little morning time show
Yeah.
called Midday Across America.
I think that's cute.
And like a Sunday wrap up show
Olive
of like
could be on
the
it.
month. Oh, I would love for Olive.
Olive
to be
is
on it.
so good on camera, and she just blossoms. Like she's so into it. Yeah, I agree. I think you would be opening up to the us nocturnals. Like we might not call in on
We
a
can
call-in
find it.
show, which is rude.
Well, that's another thing. Is that by nature, I think that the people who we're vibing with aren't necessarily
That's a hurdle to call it.
decide
Yeah.
to like call in, but
Like my
we-
husband wanted to call in, but he also wanted to go to bed at 8, and he's the kind
Fair.
of person that would call in on a morning show. And I'm sad that he didn't stay awake to do that, but whatever.
You're in trouble now, David.
Well,
He-
can
he-
I offer something? Well, I
Yeah.
think it's
Please,
important
please go
to keep digging our ditches, so to speak. It's an anecdote that I've been told of. There was this group of people, and the rain was never coming, and they were panicking, and they thought, oh well, we're not going to be able to grow all our stuff, and we're going to starve, and so they went to like some elder up on the mountain, and they were like, what do we do? Like, we're going to die. And he was like, well, if the rain was going to come, what would you do? And they were like, well, we dig these ditches so that like the rain flows and then it goes down to all our crops, and then we can grow everything that we need. And he said, well, just keep digging your ditches, keep doing that, And so they did, and then this other group of people that live somewhere else, they just languished and worried about what would happen if the rain never came. Well, finally the rain came. Right, the rain came, and the people who didn't dig the ditches, the rain just like scattered onto the dry land and didn't grow the stuff that they need. But the ones that dug the ditches, the rain went where it needed to, and everything worked out. So We're digging ditches right now, and the callers will
Yes.
call, and they didn't get their gold star today, but I believe in them, and I believe in us,
listen, there's
and
a lot
you
of-
know.
I was wearing a gold dress, so
You get a gold star.
I get a
Zinzi.
gold star.
Zinzi gets a gold star. Mallory gets a gold star. Chris
Craig-
gets a gold star.
Thank you.
Craig, you do too.
and- Oh, thank you. You know
What
what? I'll take
about-
a gold star.
what-
Peaches gets a gold star.
Peaches and
Oh my
Issa get
God.
like 10 at least each of
Peaches,
them.
you are. Is there anything that you'd like to say? All right, I guess that's it. So this has been a wonderful show, and thank you, Zinzi, for
Thank
being
you,
here with us again.
Zinzi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I hope I did it okay.
You did great,
It-
and everybody's gonna love you, and we love you, and we can't wait to have you on
Please.
again. Much success with your new films. Everybody, go check
Thank
out
you.
Zinzi's work.
Come to
at,
Fears November for 11/1 Chungking Road. We'll be there. I have a security guard, so if you're a fucking creep, like, don't even think about it. Because this
Hell
is
yeah.
America.
Mic drop.
All the nice, like, come. All the nice ones, or even the skeptical ones. Just don't be,
a creep.
don't be a creep. Yeah, you know
Is
who
that
you
too
are.
much to ask?
Yeah. It's not.
Shouldn't
But
be.
you, all others are welcome. And thank you for having me, guys. Mwah.
Such a pleasure.
Chris, roll that beautiful bean footage.